What's up, guys? It's Ryan55 here, and it's been a while if you've seen this video or you saw some of my previous ones. I think I have like a couple subscribers, a couple consistent ones. Shout out to you, Sparkly Gaming, if you're watching this. I've noticed you've been commenting a lot, so shout out to you. But yeah, I'm playing, kind of just trying to climb up Challenger 2. I am Challenger 1 in this first game with my logbait deck here. I try to counter the barrel with the Valkyrie, but I do mistime it, so. And that Ice Spirit jumps at an unfortunate time, so we're going to take a lot of damage. Clearly, also playing a logbait deck. Was not really sure what variant yet, but I'm just going to take a Princess hit, counter it with guards. I see a Knight, and I pretty much know it's classic logbait with the Goblin Gain, Inferno Tower, Rocket. Similar deck, but Knight rather than Valkyrie. Goblin Gain rather than guards as he plays it there. We do get a bunch of damage there, as I think he, did he cycle his log? I can't remember. Pretty sure he cycled his log on something, and I do not remember what. Princess going to snipe those, or Valkyrie's going to take care of those Spirit Gobs. Princess is going to stay alive. And then I'm going to log this Princess here just so my Princess stays alive. He has to respond to it again. I'm expecting the Knight. He does go with it. Probably should have let it cross so my tower started to hit it first, but it still forces out the log from him, so I can go with another barrel, get a bit more damage. He does go with a pretty smart barrel with the Knight tanking here, and it's going to do a ton of damage. I'm going to have to go with the late Valk, and my tower is going to be down. But his tower is only up on 700 HP, so we got a Valkyrie coming in. We're probably down a few elixir at this point, though. He's going to go with the Inferno just to finish that off. And yeah, with 710, this is definitely still a winnable game here, playing against another logbait player. Kind of hovering my Inferno tower because I'm thinking maybe I can catch a Princess. Kind of a stupid idea because if he places it, like, it's still going to get a hit or two on my tower, but I'm just going to rocket this tower here. He doesn't really have any immediate offense that could hurt me. You can Princess the bridge. I can counter it with guards. Obviously, he's only up about 4 elixir, so we were clearly up some elixir after he spent the Inferno. But yeah, I mean, just nothing he can really do. If he barrels, it's just going to get logged. He does go with a pretty smart Goblin Gain there, because I don't really want to log that. Looking back on it, I probably should have logged it and then looked to defend the barrel with the Valkyrie. You can counter it fully with the Valkyrie with the right timing, or I could have went with the guards to avoid all but maybe 1 or 2 hits. Yeah, I missed the log on the Princess, but we're going to take his tower with a rocket there. I think we end up killing his Princess, keeping my Princess alive, logging away the Goblin Barrel. And yeah, we got a low HP Princess, just in that opposite lane, kind of just being annoying for him. I kind of go with an interesting Valk right here to try to pull those Goblins over. And yeah, I'm just going to keep on keeping this Princess alive, going with the Ice Spirit. I'm going to go with the guards there and just take down his Princess. It's going to get 2 hits on my tower. Not the end of the world. We're obviously right back in this game, only down 700 damage. I'm going to start rocket cycling. And I try to protect my Princess. Wasn't sure it was going to stay alive, but it actually does on just 1 HP. And he goes with another Inferno tower. I mean, that's a lot of elixir to spend. Spending a lot of elixir defending Princesses. He's not really rocket cycling or going in for that many barrels himself, so I definitely like the spot we're in right about now. I'm going to go with the Valkyrie just to try to protect the Goblin Gainer, to protect my Princess from another Princess like we do here. And then yeah, I'm gonna rocket his Princess here, just kill off his Princess and get that couple more elixir value. Unfortunately, his Princess kills ours before I get the rocket down. And then I drop my Princess right into the Goblin Gain. Even with the guards, it ends up dying. So pretty bad play there, but not the end of the world. He barrels off to the side here. You can kind of see, I see that the way my log is. And yeah, just making sure to keep my log with the barrels a lot of times. You don't need to if you can counter the barrel with the Valkyrie, if you know that trick. Unfortunately, I can't show it off in this video. But I would go with a bit of a genius rocket there, hitting the Princess and the Princess only. Very, very solid log there. No, that was terrible, but again, he makes a pretty bad mistake, missing the Goblin Barrel. He spends the Goblin Barrel defensively. Also gives us some free log chip on his tower. And if I would have waited for that log and logged the Princess too, that probably would have been a lot better of value, but he's going to start to rocket cycle, so I'm going to do the same. Go with some late guards here, just make sure that doesn't get too much damage. He's going to do a terrible log and just miss our Princess with the log and just hit the tower, so that was pretty bad. Now our barrel's going to go in, get a bunch of damage. The Princess hits his Princess, kills it, splashes on, putting the tower at 300 HP in rocket range, and that's going to be GG. So it's good to see another logbait player and play another logbait player rather than a mid-ladder menace deck, but we'll have plenty of those coming up. So yeah, hopping into this one, I'm just going to go with the Ice Spirit Goblin Barrel first play. It's a pretty cool thing. The Ice Spirit will jump onto the tower, freeze the tower while your goblins just do a ton of work. Here he does block the Ice Spirit with the Knight, but the Skarmy is not ideally placed. You want to probably place it a little further back, and it's placed a little late, so my goblins do get quite a bit of chip there. And I was kind of thinking like he might have a goblin barrel, so I didn't want to log at first, but I end up logging late anyway, so I should have just logged early and hit the tower, but it is what it is. Turns out he didn't have a goblin barrel. He was playing there, and I'm kind of holding my Valak behind my king tower, just expecting him to go in for a goblin barrel, but it doesn't happen. And I mean, this push looks pretty scary, but we can just Valk onto the witch and also kill his Valkyrie. Pulled it back, and if I had timed that log properly, I wouldn't have taken any damage to the Electro Wizard there, but it was a bit of a late log. And I kind of forget about the Skarmy again, so it takes care of my barrel pretty well. He keeps misplacing it, though. I have to look at it again. I think he does it more times, but I think he's placing the Skarmy too high. You want to place it a little bit lower, so it also takes out the back goblin. And yeah, then it'll full counter the barrel, but he keeps messing it up, which is nice for me, obviously. Because I keep messing up, I throw out my barrel into it. Because if you do it right, you're going to shut it down with no damage. Yeah, it's not a good trade for me because he's got that 3 for 3 and the counter push. We also got a nice rocket off on his Sparky there. So that was pretty nice, 6 for 6 trade, and we get a ton of tower damage. And then here I do kind of mess up. I go with an Ice Spirit, but then I spend also a 5 Elixir Inferno Tower, spending 6 Elixir on a Valkyrie, and that also defended, I think I placed something. I think I defended a Princess. He's going to spam some Thanks, which I'm just going to kind of cry at him. I think he's BMing just because it was a pretty bad Inferno Tower. I overspent. And now he has the Mega Knight in hand. He places the Skarmy too far back that time. And it doesn't hit the back goblin, so he keeps placing it just tons wrong, like over and over again. But anyway, yeah, he was crying because he thought he was gonna break through with the Mega Knight, and we didn't have our Inferno Tower. It was a little bit scary, but we end up cycling back to an Inferno Tower and defending pretty easily. And we're gonna hit him with the Thanks and just continuously thank him. We're just very thankful out here, and yeah, I mean, you gotta hit him back with the BM. If they were doing it to you again, the Skarmy is too high again. The skeletons don't really take care of the goblin barrel. We hit a good log there, and then we're gonna hit him with another Thanks. Gonna freeze the Knight, and it'll also take out the Ice Spirit. The Valkyrie, I think, it kills the Sparky before it can shoot. I mean, his Sparky is a little bit underleveled, but I'm not gonna really go out here feeling bad for the guy. We do kill that Mega Knight with the guard surround. That's a cool little tip you can do in game sometimes. This might be edited into a short, so if you're seeing this, subscribe. Yeah, you can, with that placement, you can surround the Mega Knight with the 3 Elixir guards, and you can DPS it down pretty quickly while the Mega Knight just hits each guard kind of slowly. It wasn't on the best display there, but that is a really cool trick. And then we're going to rock it, we're going to BM, and we're going to get out of there with a victory. So, GG. And yeah, I was pretty toxic, but, this guy was hitting me with the Thanks earlier, so I had to do it to him. And yeah, it's a good game. Hopping right into another one here against Yun Benita. I don't know what that name is, but anyway. We're just, again, starting with the Ice Spirit barrel. No card selected, continuously pops up. He arrows, but he misses the back goblin, so that's a bit of a goof. That's going to allow us to get about 600 damage there. Definitely take that. I'm not really sure what to do with my elixir, so I'm just going to guard at the bridge. I want to keep the Valkyrie for defense, and I figure it's better to keep in the guards. I wasn't sure he was going to respond, but he does go with a late EWIZ, and I'm at 10, so I'm just going to log it back, which will get some tower chip, and I don't have to respond to the EWIZ and won't get a hit. Just going to go Princess in the back. And I'm kind of expecting him. He's definitely leaking elixir at this point, but I just go with a Ice Spirit at the bridge. I'm going to go with another barrel. I know he's not back to arrows yet, so the Ice Spirit's going to jump on while the goblins stab away at his tower while it's frozen. I mean, he goes with a Mega Knight, but we get a ton of damage here, and I can just set up an early eye tower and basically be prepared for whatever he's going to spam with it. So, I'm just kind of waiting. He does go with a Bat, which obviously the Valkyrie is not going to be the best against, but I don't have a Princess or an Ice Spirit in hand, so it'll do the job. It locks onto the Mega Knight, the eye tower does, and it doesn't actually jump, so the eye tower is going to stay on the map and kind of stop him from spamming. He does go barrel in the opposite lane. We just log that away. Just going to go Ice Spirit at the bridge to pressure a little bit. I know he's got arrows, so I'm not really trying to barrel into him as well. So He just goes with a Skarmy, which is interesting. He has arrows Skarmy, which it's kind of tough, but I'm thinking about going guards to try to block something at the river. He just arrows is on him. And I know he just played Fireball, Arrows, Skarmy, so all of his Goblin Barrel answers are out of cycle. I didn't mean to barrel in the front. I misclicked. I would have gotten a lot more damage if I hadn't done that, but we get a little bit of chip because he doesn't quite see the Goblin Barrel. And yeah, he goes with Electro Wizard with his Mega Knight here. This time he saves the E-Wiz to try to reset the Inferno, but I mean, there you can just Valkyrie and block the Electro Wizard. The Inferno Tower will melt the Mega Knight still without the E-Wiz resetting it, and your Valkyrie will probably swing on, and it'll do splash damage, taking out that E-Wiz. Here, I'm just going to barrel as well. I mean, it's a bit of an interesting barrel. He goes with a late arrow, so you get a Goblin hit or two. I figured I would barrel there. You know, not the greatest barrel with the Skarmy coming down, and guards also coming towards his tower. He could have gotten some good arrow value, so that's probably not the play to go with there. He just goes Mega Knight here. He goes E-Wiz in front. We get a good, pretty solid Ice Spirit off there. It doesn't kill all the bats, unfortunately. So that's the only good thing. He goes with the barrel off to the side. I see that. We take out his Mega Knight. We're going to go Goblin Barrel with the Valkyrie taking. We know he's got no arrows. I kind of forgot about the Skarmy, but the Valkyrie does, I think, get one splash hit on, even with that E-Wiz coming down. And then we Ice Spirit. We get a nice Ice Spirit down, jumping down to the E-Wiz and Skellies. The Princess delivers a shot. I figured I'd drop that just to be safe. And yeah, just guards in the back here. Just, again, like, well, I'm not really totally sure what to do there. And, yeah, I mean, he goes bats again. He predicts the Inferno. Pretty well played. I got a good Ice Spirit down here, jumping onto only 2 of the bats, unfortunately, but it's not going to matter too much. He's still going to get shut down. He's got no Fireball or no Log or Skarmy, so he had the Fireball there. He goes with the E-Wiz, but the Log is going to bounce it back, doesn't shut the barrel down in time, and that's going to put us into rocket range. So that's going to be a GG. We beat that guy, and, you know, I think we drop a GG here. There's no BMing. So, yeah, good game to him. But, yeah, we get a magical chest. Maybe I'll open that at the start of the next video. But, yeah, anyway.